Hello everybody. This is vlog number 6, I think. Just have a couple of things to talk about today. Both kind of, I don't know if they're exciting or not, potentially. One is that some of you may have been informed. I don't know if I said it in one of my blogs or not, but my Kickstarter project was declined, and what I was trying to do was start a project to fund me finishing the dynamic web series, as well as adding a couple add-ons to the first series, some unanswered questions, and I think somewhere in the review process they misunderstood building or misread building a website from start to finish as me wanting funding to build a website. Apparently a generic one, I don't know. Although I guess technically I am building a website, but so I submitted an appeal, which I didn't know I could do. I just did that now. Who knows how long that process takes, but I tried to reiterate that this is a web series, which they, from all accounts I can tell, they're totally okay with that. In fact, they have a category for web series. What they're not okay with is anything having to do with building a website, as far as that being the project itself. And I totally understand that, because that could be an open-ended, never-ending job. They don't want you to have a project that doesn't really end or has constant maintenance involved, things like that. And that's not what we're doing, right? You know, we're making a video to teach you how to make a website. So hopefully in the 500 words or less that they allowed me to appeal, I can get that across. I would love it if we could just get enough hype to get donations through the website, but sometimes we need places like Kickstarter to, I don't know, make that hype. All I'm really asking for is enough to pretty much take the next 2 months off from taking in clients and dedicating it solely to putting these series out, so that people aren't waiting for the next, it's almost like waiting for the next episode of your favorite TV show, and all of a sudden it's not on Thursday at 8 like you expected, and then you wait until next Thursday at 8, and then it's not on, and then all of a sudden you just realize, is it ever gonna start up again? And that's not what I want people to think when they start watching these videos, and I imagine a lot of people start watching the videos having no idea that some of them go on for 20 videos, and you get 7 videos into it, and then you realize, well, the other 13 aren't done yet, and you gotta wait and wait and wait. That's not what I want. I mean, and the only way I can really pull that off is to get some funding so that I can take off work, and the amount of funding I'm asking for is not much more than just paying my bills. I mean, it's nowhere near what I would charge to actually build a website. So the pay cut is totally fine with me. I just want to pay my bills and put focus into this, because this to me is more important I'm really enjoying seeing what people are putting out, and it's just what I'd like to be doing no matter what. Anyways, I've been working in the field for a long time, and I've also been tutoring ever since I was an adult. I mean, unofficially, when I wasn't, when I was still a kid, I was still teaching people how to do things, and I've always enjoyed that more than the field itself. So, if we can get some hype going and get some donations, little ones from those of us who don't have a whole lot of cash, and maybe we can tap the shoulder of some people that have a little bit bigger pockets. Anyway, so let's hope that I'm not going to put all my eggs in that basket, and I'm not waiting for it to keep doing videos. I'm going to keep doing them, but my free time is running low again, and so I'm just really hoping we can get that started, because even if they approved it today, we still have 30 days I put it at, before or in order to reach my goal, and before I can even see any of that funding. So I still have to find income and continue to pick up jobs in between there, which isn't necessarily hard, but when you're in this field, or if you're in any field like this, picking up new clients isn't necessarily a difficult thing, but you don't necessarily have a choice all the time of what project you're taking and how long it's going to take. I don't want to have to take on another client and then it become a 9-month project, and then it just totally screws everything up. So I'm trying to find smaller jobs to keep things rolling until I can figure out if this Kickstarter thing's going to work. So anyway, enough of that. Let's all hope for that, and anybody who wants to can keep. Please keep donating to the site. Whatever little bits you've got, everything is appreciated. We've had large donations, and we've had $5 donations, and to me, they're all the same, because they're coming from you guys who are taking what they do have out of their pocket, and I can't complain about that. So, with that said, I've gone through. I've been working on some new ideas for rebuilding the digitalcraft.com, and I've been trying to do that for a long time. It's way out of date. I don't even have the right the newer logo or things like that. It's starting to feel very sloppy to me, and it's because I just haven't had time to really put focus into it. And while working on another idea today, I pulled out that kind of blank canvas template that we used on the first Building a Website series, and I kind of modified it. I took that original one, which some people have noticed was not the size that I said it was in the video. I was off on that. I made a mistake on the width of it, which shouldn't affect anything. Hopefully everybody knows that. I just grabbed the wrong template when I started the video. But what I've done is I've gone ahead and made the file 1920 by 1080, like I did say, and I've taken kind of a cross between that original simple one and the one that we built in the video that was dedicated just to building that template. And I built this kind of interesting document that I wanted to show you guys. It's one of those things where it'd be great for people to use. I mean, you could use it your whole life if you wanted to, but at least in the beginning, it's great for getting to know sizes. And I have some things in there set up so that you can kind of see what kind of content is lost depending on screen sizes. So those tools are in there. So it's a neat little document. I won't say it's anything extremely fancy. I don't, I put a good 15-20 minutes into it, so it's not whatever, I mean. So let's open it up here. Which this is it at its core. And this should look pretty reminiscent, or at least the canvas, of the original one. I did get rid of the center guide, which, honestly, it doesn't really matter. That could be put in there if you wanted or not. It does kind of help, I guess. But what I've done is I've still gone with the 1024 pixels being the kind of maximum content safe area here, and with this inner guide being kind of a buffer, and the web sentence padding. And what I've done over here in the layers is I've got these guide layers here, and I've done two different things here. I've set up zones, or what I call zones, and this is just a way to kind of take a look at where you can put things, where this is where content can go. Say on a home page, for instance, everything here in the green, you should be safe, but once it starts kind of fading into this yellow, it goes into what I call the content loss zone. I don't know if there's really a term for that. I may have just coined that myself, I don't know. But, a lot of people have either the big full 1080 screens, height-wise, or they've got like a widescreen laptop that's something like 720 or 768, something like that, and that's where you're going to lose a lot of content there. And why this is important, you might ask, is whether this is for yourself or for a client. Especially on the home page, you want to get as much information and content out invisible immediately once the site's up, or once the page loads. And that's not to say you need to cram everything in to the top, but you need to at least pull off capturing the viewer's eye, and then allowing them, taking their eye and dragging it, not necessarily dragging it, but kind of naturally making their attention go towards the bottom and make them want to scroll. So it's not bad to have area in that quote content loss area. You just want to have the primary information and kind of the carrot at the end of the stick, type of deal, should be in this green area. And so we've got the red area here, which it's kind of cautionary looking, but it really shouldn't be. It's just saying, this is background, so keep this in mind. If we're working with a full 1920 by 1080 screen, which is becoming more and more popular and common these days, as people buy new monitors, that's pretty much the default. If you buy anything 20 inches up, And then this shows you how much background you need to fill. So if you're going to have a tiled background, or if you're going to have a static image background or something, whatever, it just gives you a good idea of what you need to work with here. And this 30 pixel padding is really just, I mean, this could be adjusted to whatever you need, but it just gets you off on the right foot, keeping you kind of away, because if somebody is actually looking at this on a screen that's only 1024 by whatever pixels, so 1024 width, then you at least get this here, what's after the, or within the content safe zone, and this padding allows you to have just a little bit of buffer, which should cater to your design as well. So we go ahead and turn those guide layers off, which plus also I'm going to have this set up and organized so you can kind of turn certain things on or off if you don't necessarily need the background one. Maybe you just want the buffer, just the padding. Who knows, maybe you don't want any of it. Maybe you want it all, or maybe you just want to turn it off and on as you please. That's what it's there for. The other thing I did here was I set up kind of screen size examples. I used the digitalcraft.com in its current state as an example, and I could have added a few more sizes to this, which right now I'm going to fix this, so get lowercase x, there we go. And you could probably add your own sizes. It doesn't have to be as fancy as what I've done, but and if I get some time, maybe I'll update the document with some different sizes. But so here's an example of a 1440 by 900 screen, and this would be some laptops and pretty much any monitor that's under 20 inches and has been bought, not in the last couple of years. You're probably looking around 1440 by 900, and so this gives you an idea of where content is cut off. And if we turn on our zones here, you can see right there, it's right in this faded area we're losing content. Now if I turn this off, this is the full 1080 height anyway, so this is a full screenshot. So we can go back and forth and kind of see what we're losing. Right now I've got this video kind of taking up so much space that anybody looking at it on such a size of monitor is not seeing the social sharing, or the the sharing abilities here, or my ads, which whatever. But so that gives you an idea, and you can kind of use this to adjust and get things. I mean, I'm doing something here that's kind of ridiculous, and it's really up to you. When I first made this website, I didn't have a whole lot of material, so I wasn't as concerned about the real estate on the site. Yet right here I'm using a ton of real estate for just this logo, and design wise, that's great, that's fine, it's a nice clean look, but as far as getting people in, if I toss this back on here, you can see I've taken up almost half of the viewable space, and that's just not good, and not at this point either. Now that I'm really relying on people to be visiting the site and visiting the YouTube channel, things like that, and donating especially. I want people to get here, so I need to get these things a little more apparent. And as you can see, if I turn this off and we go on to another, kind of the next size down, which this would be pretty much, this is a pretty common laptop size here. So now we're really losing a lot. We've barely even got my video in, and we are now wasting, I'd say, it almost looks like exactly half of the homepage real estate just on this header that doesn't have much going for it. I mean, aside from a link to myself and Brandon's personal websites and our Facebook page, yeah, nothing. And then we even go one step smaller here, which this would be any HD TV or anything that's not full 1080. It's the 720. This would be about the size. It might be a huge TV, but you're still only seeing this much content. So I'm gonna turn these zones off here. So hopefully you can find some use in this. You know, you can kind of mess around with it, and do what you please with it. I made it for you guys, and you know, once you get kind of comfortable, you can kind of do this more by eye. You don't necessarily need to open this document and use it every time, but I just wanted to show you guys that, and I'm pretty sure that's all I have for you guys today. It's kind of a quicker blog. My last one went way too long. I kind of went on a tangent about schooling and things. I am going to work on the lesson 6 tonight, whether I get it out. Well, when I say tonight, I mean it's almost 4 a.m. already. To me, that's still tonight. It's your guys' morning, technically. But I'm gonna at least get it recorded, and hopefully I can get it edited and uploaded before I had to get some sleep. I've been doing a lot of sleeping at my desk lately. In fact, I don't even know, to be honest, really how much sleep I've had in the last 3 days, and really where I did it at. That sounds bad, but that's kind of how this works. And another kind of basis for the need for funding. I'm really kicking my own ass here, trying to do both my job, my family, and this. I just, you know, as if anybody's noticed, you know, the recent attention, I just recently realized, you know, how popular things have been getting, and how I haven't had a lot of time to put the effort I was putting in with getting back to people and things like that, which I've never guaranteed, and I hope people understand that, why I say that. But what I do guarantee is that when I have the time, I will do whatever I can to help people, and the fundraising project and stuff like that is key to me having that time, because if that's my job, then I'll get it done, and you guys will get the response time you need and you're looking for, without a doubt. And I think that's pretty cool. And I really want to bring more people in that are of similar mind, and that requires a little bit of funding too. I can't just ask colleagues of mine to drop what they're doing So, um, with that said, I'd love to, once I do get some more people in here, I already have 2 people kind of waiting around for me to figure this funding thing out, that do have a similar style to me, but I'd also like to look around and try and find some people that have maybe a contrasting style to me, because it's obvious, looking at some of the content or comments on the videos, especially that first one in the very first part of the first series, for building a website. There's over 100 comments on there, and I just actually today finally went through, I think, all of them, and there was some negativity on there that I didn't realize was on there. Nothing really devastating. I can take criticism. My way of speaking and my way of teaching and training is not for everybody. The pace I go at, and the tone of voice and things like that. Whatever, if I put you to sleep, I'm sorry. I don't know what else I can tell you. Don't donate if that's what I'm doing. But I would like to find some contrast in teachers, and cater to that other crowd. So either way, I've been around the internet long enough. I've had my internet battles that usually are lost. I don't think any side of any internet online chatting type battle, I don't think any side ever wins. But I've been around long enough and made enough mistakes in my earlier years with those things that there's criticism that I listen to, and then there's just plain people that have nothing better to do than to take a jab at me, and I don't care. So, with that said, I've seen a couple people actually defend me too, which is awesome. Thank you. But do be careful. I'm not gonna say don't you defend me, because it's great. It's nice to see that. But do be careful, because it is, people bickering over the internet over things like this can get really ridiculous really fast. And just know that I'm not butthurt over it or anything. I'm enjoying myself. It may sound like, I think, I don't remember what one person said, but regardless of it, if it sounds like I want to kill myself on these videos because of my tone or my speed, that's not the case. As I've mentioned before, I'm just usually tired, and doing everything kind of, not even kind of, most of everything I do is on the fly. These vlogs have been more prepared than any tutorial I've done. So, keep that in mind when people are criticizing that, whatever. Anyway, so that's it for this vlog. I'm going to try and hop off here and do some more PHP magic with lesson 6 of the dynamic series, and kind of take our template to a whole new level. Before I go, though, I want to show you that this Photoshop document that I have up here, I have made it available. And that is available here. It's kind of a, when I made the choice to buy the domain name, it was more because I thought it was clever, but now that I realize, clever aside, it's kind of hard to pronounce. It doesn't really roll off the tongue. I want to say study.org so bad, but that's not what it is. It's s.tootie, or tutty. So maybe we can get it popular enough that I can just refer to the study. We can just refer to it as the study site. How's that? So we've got a subdomain off of that called resources. And so you can look at that URL, and I'll paste it in the body of this vlog. But if you go there, right now I've got this folder for web design, and I've got that PSD there that I just showed you. I'm going to start taking some of the documents from series that I've already done and reorganize them and place them here and make this kind of a place where people can come and get the exercise files. I kind of have them unorderly. I kind of have them scattered throughout the site, the digitalcraft.com. Some of the video pages have links to the original documents, and some of them don't. And trying to get on top of that and get things organized. We're going to keep things here, at least at this study website, for a while. I may move everything to my home server just to save on bandwidth and resources. It may slow some things down, but it'll give me the ability to store more things and have more things available to people. And at which time I may either redirect this domain name to that, or I'll reopen artists.org, that is without the A, and which will allow people to access my home server to get all that information, maybe even copies of the videos, which I've thought about doing DVDs, or some form of physical medium for those, but I don't know if I have the time or resources to do that right, and I'd have to charge for them, so I don't know. Jury's out on that one. So I feel like on these vlogs, like I'm talking to a girl that I just started dating, and I can never say goodbye. No, you hang up. No, you hang up. So anyways, I'm gonna hang up. Look for that video hopefully tonight or tomorrow. So we'll see you guys later.